This deep into the match, Bianca
not with a bad rib.
No way. No way.
Trying to lift pipe.
Bianca Belair and Naomi show up on NXT. Set to put their titles on the line against top WWE stars, Bianca Belair and Naomi made an appearance on NXT.Tonight. They are all set to defend their titles against a team of top WWE stars from the developmental brand.Lash. Legend and Jakara Jackson have proven that they are the future of NXT's women's division. They have risen to the occasion in recent months and have made efforts to go for gold. They competed in a couple of WWE Women's Tag Team Title matches and even came close to winning on a few occasions. However, they still have not given up on their dream of winning tag team gold. Last week on NXT, Lash, Legend and Jakara Jackson earned another shot at the women's tag titles when they defeated the former champs, Unholy Union, in a hard-fought contest. Now, they will face Bianca Belair and Naomi next week on NXT.Tonight on the black and silver brand. Belair and Naomi appeared in a segment where they addressed their challengers. The current women's champions seemed confident that they would be able to retain their titles next week. Lash, Legend and Jakara Jackson will have to go out of their way if they want to stand a chance of beating Bianca Belair and Naomi for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. If they win, they will bring the titles back to NXT. All matches and segments announced for WWE NXT, January 28, 2025. Bianca Belair, Naomi and Bayley in actionWWE NXT has some interesting match segments announced for next week. Following the return of previous cornerstone figure Bayley to the brand, WWE NXT has planned a major tag team match for the upcoming Atlanta edition, which will take place next Tuesday night. The newest member of the WWE Raw roster appears to have started a feud with two stars from the NXT roster, which has culminated into this match. Bayley and WWE NXT Women's Champion Julia will face Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade in the Atlanta TV taping, which takes place only days before the traditional 2025 Royal Rumble event next week. This match was announced following the events of the most recent episode of the program. Trick Williams, the former WWE NXT champion, will also return to competition during the Atlanta edition for the first time since losing the championship on January 7th. He will face Wes Lee after the two had a backstage altercation this week, in which Lee called Williams out in the ring. Before accepting the duel, Williams laid out Lee that a Grayson Waller Effect talk show section has also been added to next week's Atlanta show roster, and Ethan Page will go one-on-one with Cedric Alexander. Previously, the WWE NXT Women's North American title match were announced for the event. While the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship will also be defended on the show, as Bianca Belair and Naomi face Lash, Legend and Jakara Jackson on the developmental brand. Three-time champion to betray Bianca Belair and help Metagirls win the WWE Tag Team Title. Exploring the possibility Bianca Belair and Naomi are set to defend the Women's Tag Team Championship soon against NXT's Metagirls. However, the champions seem to have to worry about their gold and challengers and a familiar face. In November 2024, Jade Cargill was brutally attacked backstage on SmackDown, causing her to miss out on Survivor Series, War Games, television time, and defending the Women's Tag Team Championship with Bianca Belair. Fortunately for the EST of WWE, Naomi stepped up to defend the title with her in the absence of the former AEW TBS champion. However, Jade can make her presence known on the January 28th episode of NXT and cost the duo the gold that IT has been rumored for a while. Even when Cargill was initially attacked, that the Glow was behind the attack. She has continuously denied these claims, even telling Belair that none of those accusations were real. However, Jade may know the truth and reveal that Naomi was the attacker, but Belair won't be completely innocent. The two-time Women's Tag Team Champion can reason that although Naomi was the attacker, Bianca Belair quickly replaced her with another person and paired up instead of relinquishing the title while she was recovering. Who does Bianca Belair think attacked Jade Cargill on WWE SmackDown? Despite many fans and fellow stars accusing Naomi of perpetrating Jade's attack, Bianca remains firm on trusting her current partner. Therefore, she has pointed the blame to someone else. During a backstage interview on SmackDown last month, Bianca thanked the Glow for having her back, and despite their plans to move forward, they won't forget what happened to Cargill. Belair also blamed rivals Candice LeRae, Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton as the suspects. Naomi showed up. She stepped up. She had my back, made sure we could keep these titles in. I know we got to move forward with just me and you, but that doesn't mean we're going to forget what happened to Jade because I know one of them did it. I know it was either Candice, Nia, or Tiffany. So I know you're going to be with me to help keep fighting until we find out who did it. Belair said that it remains to be seen what will happen next to Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair once the former returns to the Stanford-based promotion. Bianca Belair reflects on her WWE career and favorite memories of wrestling in Canada post-media. Wrestling writer Jan Murphy chats with WWE superstar Bianca Belair about the ups and downs of being on the main roster. If she prefers competing in singles or tag team matches, her career, which is coming up on 10 years, favorite memories of wrestling in Canada, what it's like to be on the cover of a video game. Bianca Belair and Naomi set to defend their WWE Women's Tag titles against two promising NXT stars. Bianca Belair and Naomi are all set to defend their WWE Women's Tag Team titles. On the January 14th episode of NXT, fans witnessed Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend defeat the Unholy Union of Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Legend and Jackson defeated the former title holders to earn a shot at Belair and Naomi's gold. Belair was one half of the women's tag team champions with Jade Cargill. However, an unknown injury sidelined Cargill from the roster, and Naomi was called in as a replacement. Already defended the title a few times, the duo will now come face-to-face with the Meta Girls of NXT. Despite a solid competition between the four women, Jackson and Legend were able to execute their tag team finisher on Fire and keep her down for the 3 count. No official date for the bout has been announced yet. Legend and Jackson had appeared on the WWE main roster a few months earlier as well. The duo were present in a challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship at WWE Crown Jewel that WWE NXT commentator Booker T reflects on his in-ring return match. After almost an absence of 3 years, WWE veteran and NXT commentator Booker T returned to in-ring action at Rose Street Justice Rules Gauntlet facing his former mentee, Zilla Fatu, on January 11th. Speaking on his Hall of Fame podcast, the veteran reflected on his match. Zilla Fatu stepped inside the ring with the real boss, Booker T, the owner, CEO, president of reality of wrestling. The thing is, it's a thing called justice, and then there's another thing. That thing is called street justice. The thing is, my mama told me a long time ago that if you big enough to pass a lick, you big enough to take one. That's what this situation is. There's a pecking order, and sometimes you gotta know your place. Sometimes, if you don't know your place, what's gonna happen? You're gonna get put in your place. That's what's gonna happen. The thing is, a lot of people came